undo those two things?
I did. Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of May 11th, 2021. Ms. Brake, please call the roll.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Here.
Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Committeeman Wright.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Here.
Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Administrator Ferrera.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here.
Attorney Bernstein.
Not here. We do have Jennifer Bean as a panelist also, and she's present.
Hello.
Okay, please join me in a salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be advised in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that the notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board of the Hillsboro Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsboro Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on May 11th, 2021. Members of the public may participate in this public meeting in person or via Zoom as posted. Our first order of business is the approval of minutes. We have the April 13th, 2021 regular session minutes. May I have a motion to approve the April 13th, 2021 meeting minutes?
So moved.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mayor.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We have a comment and addendum from Mr. Wright. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Mayor. Last time we had a meeting on April 13th, paragraph 2, the 6th paragraph, I wasn't completely, I just know there was more information that was included, and I'd like that to be added to the record.
Okay.
I've also provided a copy to Sarah,
Okay.
as well as our township clerk. Would
Okay.
you like me to read it?
Sure, you can read it into the record. No problem.
Great. The entire thing was Committeeman Wright stated that in recent attendance of several meetings on the anti-Asian racism hate crimes in Somerset County, and learned that biases incidences have tripled since 2019. Committeeman Wright inquired about forming an inclusion and equity committee for the purpose of promoting community endeavors to eliminate biases, intolerance, and discrimination in the township, and to promote equal opportunities in social, employment, and recreational realms, similar to the one in Montgomery Township. And before we voted, I just wanted that to be included in the record for the meetings.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to include Mr. Wright's addendum. Is that, and we have a roll call? We have a motion, I guess, to approve that as with addendum, I guess, first. Do we have to change the motion and approval?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then just roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Abstain.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes, and please note for the record that Mr. Bernstein has joined the meeting. Please wave. Okay. We will then go to reports from committee liaisons and receipt of reports, petitions, and we'll start with Committeewoman Erickson.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, everyone here tonight and who is joining us virtually. So to begin, I have some words from the building department. The building department has several annual requirements for commercial/public pools in town. The following documents must be submitted together. The first requirement is the completed application for the annual electrical pool certification. Pick up an application at the building department or download from the building department page on the Hillsboro Township website under Forms. The second requirement is the $200 application fee. Please make checks payable to Hillsboro Township. Finally, a copy of the 5-year bonding and grounding certificate is required. Once these documents are processed, the building department will schedule an inspection. Please note the completion of the application and inspection must be done prior to the opening of the pool. So from engineering, we have some information on flood insurance from FEMA. The engineering department wants to pass along information received from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, regarding flood insurance. If a resident has questions about their flood insurance, there are 4 places that may be of assistance. First, your personal insurance agent should have information about your specific flood insurance. The FEMA call center is also available for general questions at 877-336-2627. The flood insurance manual, section 1, contains a list of regulations, maps, and forms. Find a copy of the entire manual online at fema.gov/flood-insurance. Finally, the state National Flood Insurance Program coordinator is available via phone and mail. Their contact number is 609-292-2296, or you can send an email to New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, P.O. Box 419, Trenton, New Jersey, 08625. From Social Services, they would like you to know that Hillsborough residents aged 60 and over may now register with the Township Social Services Department for transportation to and from medical appointments at the Hunterdon Medical Center located in Flemington and the Princeton Medical Center in Plainsboro. In addition to medical appointments, the program also offers transportation to grocery stores, banks, hair salons, and the post office, which are located within Hillsborough Township. The bus is equipped with a wheelchair lift to assist riders on and off the bus. All riders must be able to get to and from the bus unassisted or provide an aid to assist them. Riders and aides are required to complete and submit transportation paperwork prior to utilizing these services. Please contact the Social Services Department at 369-3880 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. or stop by the Social Services office for more information and to obtain prerequisite paperwork to register for transportation services. Transportation paperwork can also be downloaded from the Social Services page on the Hillsborough Township website. And that is it.
Thank you. Committeeman Thompson, please.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple things from me this evening. First, from the Police Department, the Hillsborough Township Police Department is warning residents about a statewide bail scam targeting elderly residents. In the scam, the perpetrator will telephone the victim pretending to be some type of law enforcement officer or lawyer and claim that the grandchild or other family member has been involved in a motor vehicle accident or other type of incident that resulted in the arrest by the police. The perpetrator then will arrange to meet at the victim's residence to retrieve the money. If you or someone you know was contacted by someone claiming to be a law enforcement agency or an attorney attempting to collect bail money, please contact the Hillsborough Township Police Department immediately at 908-369-4323. Do not make any payments like that. Thank you. From our health department, Hillsborough and Montgomery have teamed up to offer a series of joint COVID-19 vaccination clinics throughout May and June. Registration is encouraged, but walk-ins will be accepted. Please see the mayor's e-newsletter and the township website and Facebook page for registration information. Also from health, the department in partnership with the Raritan Headwaters is hosting a well water testing event for residents who are interested in the quality of their drinking water. The cost of these tests are reduced and depend upon the analysis or analyses the residents would like to test for. Raritan Headwaters will bring sample kits and instructions to the municipal building on Saturday, May 22nd from 2 to 5 to give to interested residents. Payment for the test is expected at that time. Residents can return to pick up the samples on Wednesday, May 26th from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the same location. For the details about the sampling event will be posted on the Hillsborough website and the mayor's e-news. And in an effort to better determine the needs of our community, the health department is asking for your assistance in providing valuable information with regards to your COVID-19 vaccination. The information you provide will be kept confidential. It will assist the health department in planning how to best provide vaccinations for those still waiting for appointments and those who are unable to visit vaccination sites. Please take a few minutes to assist in gathering that information. You can access the survey in the Hillsborough Township website on the health and social services pages, also the mayor's e-newsletter, and it will be posted on the Facebook page as well. And last but not least, from our sustainability, it's the tip of the week, which is cut it and leave it. Grass clippings are a major part of New Jersey's municipal solid waste stream. As a New Jersey resident, you are already helping to avoid air pollution and wasted resources by recycling. You can do more by reducing waste at the source. Leave the grass clippings on your lawn when you mow and let nature do the recycling. Just cut it and leave it. You can get more information at sustainablehillsborough.com. That is all from me, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Wright.
Thank you, Mayor. Department of Public Works. We have the National Public Work Week, which runs through May 16th to the 22nd. Since 1960, the American Public Works Association has sponsored National Public Works Week. across North America, more than 30,000 members in the US and Canada, use this week to promote the importance of public works to their daily lives, planning, building, managing, and operating at the heart of the local communities to improve everyday quality of life. We ask you to please visit the Township website and click on the Public Works link to see the programs and services we offer. Sarah's there videos.
And a video.
During National Public Works Week, we want to recognize the fine public works first responders who are the heartbeat of Hillsborough Township. These first responders are on the front line providing essential services to the community and maintaining the infrastructure of over 260 plus miles of township roadways. The Public Works Department maintains all municipal grounds and buildings, township open space, and works closely with the police department in monitoring road and safety conditions in all types of weather, responding to emergencies as needed. Public Works manages the annual spring cleanup, operates and staffs the Township Reclamation and Disposal Center, runs the fall leaf collection, maintains storm drains, oversees winter maintenance operations, and champions the Clean Communities program for Lenapi. Public Works participates in many community-facing events, including the Township Memorial Day Parade and the 4th of July fireworks celebration. The Public Works Garage manages, maintains, and repairs all township-owned vehicles and equipment. The men and women of Public Works serve the town you love and call home. They are proud, committed, and dedicated to keeping our community safe. That is what Public Works is all about, making Hillsborough stronger together while improving your everyday quality of life. Please take a moment to thank the Public Works professionals who dedicate their lives to public service, working hard to keep Hillsborough beautiful and one of the best places to live in New Jersey.
Thank you, Sarah. RideWise Somerset. RideWise Somerset is celebrating National Bike Month with Let's Ride Somerset, a virtual biking group for all ages and abilities. Let's Ride Somerset encourages solo and family biking in Somerset County to stay active, healthy, and connected. See the mayor's e-news for details on how to sign up. Then we have our Diorama Contest. Just remember, there is still time to register for the History of Hillsborough Diorama Contest to commemorate the township's 250th anniversary. Some of the entries so far depicted a township committee meeting, the original municipal building, the old police department, the old general store, post office, Duke's Farm community, garden, and more. Register by May 15th at the Hillsborough Township website. We can't wait to see your creative entries. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Committeeman Wright. Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Thank you, Mayor. We are coming up on one of the really wonderful events that we have here in Hillsborough. So we're reaching out to all of our veterans here in town, both veteran spouses and any active military that want to participate in this year's Salute to the Veterans Military Service and Breakfast to Go, followed by our Memorial Day Parade event and the Guard of Honor ceremony. And those will all be held on Saturday, May the 29th. We have to do it a little differently this year than we usually like to, but the veterans, we will have breakfast for them. There'll be a pickup from 7:30 to 8:30. We'll have a setup out in the parking lot near the playground, and then we'll have seating near the Garden of Honor for our veterans to utilize so they can enjoy their meal. At 8:30, we'll have a Blue Star Memorial Dedication Ceremony that will be with the NESHANIC Garden Club. And then the parade will begin at 9 a.m. followed by a Garden of Honor ceremony at 9:30 a.m. The parade and Garden of Honor ceremony will have a rain date of May the 30th, which would be that Sunday. Active military members, veterans can register for their breakfast by calling our Recreation Department at 908-369-4832, in person at the Parks and Rec office, or through the recreation website, which is hillsboroughNJrecreation.org. We certainly welcome all of our veterans and military spouses and active military to join us for that day. It's one of those events that I know being on this township committee is one that I look forward to every year. Being able to spend time with our tremendous veterans here in town. And then the parade will be a little bit of a bit more subdued one than we're used to, given some of the restrictions we're still operating under. But we thought it was important to make sure that we had something to commemorate our Memorial Day festivities. So looking forward to that. So please, if you have interest in participating in the breakfast or in the parade, please reach out to us through the Recreation Department. We would love to have all the veterans here in town participate. As we've been operating our court virtually for quite some time now, we do get questions around if there are mandatory court appearances, how can those be handled by the person that needs to make the court appearance. We really have three options. There is a video conference link that is part of the email that's sent to you. That can be utilized. There's a conference call-in number that's provided by the court that can be utilized. And finally, a person can come to the court window here and utilize a court-approved laptop to have their court appearance. We know it's a little bit challenging, but we've been operating the court fully since the pandemic began, and we want to continue to do that and try to make it as easy and painless as possible for those that do have to have a mandatory court appearance. So there are multiple options for those that need them. From our finance department, the Hillsborough Shop, the Shop Hillsborough credits that are due to folks based upon their purchases here in town will be posted shortly, and anyone who participated in the program will receive that credit on the third quarter tax bill. So that is upcoming, but we'll have those credit figures out to everyone in the very near future. From our business advocate group, we are running an energy efficiency upgrade program. We're trying to help our businesses cut energy costs where possible. And in partnership with Sustainable Jersey and the New Jersey Board of Utilities, of Public Utilities, we'd like to make you aware of the New Jersey Clean Energy Program that will provide you with free energy assessment and will pay up to 80% of the cost energy savings for upgrades to your building. Created specifically for existing small and medium-sized facilities, Direct Install is a turnkey project solution that makes it easy and affordable to upgrade to a high efficiency equipment. The program ends on June 30th of this year. While Direct Install is offered by the NJCEP is ending, similar programs will be popping up that will run directly through New Jersey's public utilities like PSE&G, New Jersey Natural Gas, and others. So it is a good opportunity for anyone that's looking to upgrade their equipment to get that free assessment and then have some of the costs of the upgrade covered. Again, that's being done in partnership with the New Jersey Clean Energy Program and Sustainable Jersey. And finally, primary season is upon us. So mail-in ballots for the June 8th primary election were sent out on April the 26th. Hillsborough's ballot drop box open for business as of April 30th. Residents can drop off their ballots at any time in the drop box, which is located right at the front of the municipal building, just outside the main doors. There is a drop box for anyone that wants to use that. The ballots are they're very secure in that drop box, and there are security cameras and measures in place to make sure that your ballots are safe. Representatives from Somerset County Board of Elections will pick up ballots each day and twice on the primary election day, which is June the 8th. And they'll do that when the polls close at 8 p.m. That's all for me, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy. Just two quick things I'd like to reiterate. Thank you to our DPW workers. They do a lot of work for us over hard conditions, rain, shine, weekends, holidays, birthdays. You know, they're always on call. So I appreciate all the work that they do. And then reiterate Mayor Delcourt's call to our veterans. It's one of my favorite events of the year, as most everybody up here. Mr. Wright will get to experience that for firsthand. It's really a great, one of the best things that we do that I really look forward to it. So can't wait for that. A couple comments. On Sunday, May 2nd, I hosted a Meet the Mayor event to promote the opening day at Duke Farm Market, Farmers Farm Market, and the Mayor's Wellness Program. While I was there, I spoke about the importance of fresh produce as part of healthy diet and gave away a 250th anniversary commemorative card magnets and Mayor's Wellness bags and pens, which I think we ran out. They were very popular. Everybody likes the free swag. Also on hand was Mike Carr from the Health Department, who was inspecting food trucks, and as always, our great business advocate, David Coyce, to promote the Hillsborough Harvest Program and provide information about the Hillsborough business community. It was a great opportunity to talk to the residents and discuss the benefits of buying fresh, locally grown produce. Be sure to stop by the farmers market at Duke Farms on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine. For those who haven't been there, they do have food trucks, and they have all different vendors that have organically grown food, and from vegetables, pickles, to even some organic, some hard cider. So a lot of stuff to choose from. I really recommend going. On April 28th, Committeewoman Erickson and I had the pleasure of helping to break ground at Alternatives Incorporated, a new group home right around the corner at 500 Amwell Road. There will be an open house just as soon as the work is completed. So this is a valuable resource for our community for homes for people that need some supervision. And it's a great project done through Somerset County. Also, this afternoon, I had the pleasure of presenting a proclamation in honor of National Skills Nursing Week to Administrator Andy Harris and the nursing professionals at Bridgeway Senior Care. The nursing professionals at Bridgeway wore full PPE and longer shifts that put their health risk at work every day at a time when most people were quarantined at home. Even as restrictions in New Jersey were lifted, Bridgeway nurses and nurses assistants continue to operate with the threat of COVID every day, continue to wear PPE, continue frequent testing, stay socially distanced from loved ones to protect residents in the facility, and alter personal lifestyles to avoid the risk of exposure and bringing COVID into the facility. It's no wonder that Bridgeway Senior Care consistently receives high rankings for their healthcare and professionalism. And I would just extend that out to all of our care facilities in Hillsborough and all the nurses and doctors that have diligently worked for our health over the past year. And I commend all of them for their hard work. So thank you for that. So next is obviously show off your Hillsborough pride. We still continue to have the 250th anniversary card magnets available to pick up here free to all residents and at the municipal counter at the municipal building. In addition to the complimentary magnets, there is also a limited edition commemorative merchandise available for purchase. Stop by the Recreation Department to order mugs, window clings, lawn signs, and t-shirts, or order online via Community Pass until May 31st. As always, you can stay connected with all events and more via the Wednesday newsletter. Be sure to follow and like the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page and Twitter. TV 29 and the Hillsborough YouTube channels showcase our meetings and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes, and Hillsborough alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. You want me to throw that out there?
I think you probably should.
Okay, so Mr. Descartes added a note to me here. So we did receive today some official announcement from the DOT about the bypass. And we've always had the question, when's it going to open? It's like, where's Waldo? Well, we've been told that they're telling us June 1st, but the official date of opening, they're saying June 5th. So it is official. The first week in June, the bypass will be open and monkeys will not fly, and rainbows and unicorns for everybody. So we are there finally. Congratulations to that. Tell your neighbors it's official. We do have a few proclamations and two presentations this evening. I will read each proclamation into the record, and after all the proclamations are read and the presentations are read, those receiving individual proclamations or certificates will be called up for a picture and be presented your proclamation or certificate. Then there will, as you always, be a brief pause for those people to depart unless they really want to stay for our meeting, but I would imagine most are going to leave. So the first recipient is Ashaye Suresh Kumar, an Eris Postcard for Kids winner. Ashaye, a fifth grader at the Aughton Road Intermediate School, is the winner of the Postcard for Kids contest and will have her artwork reproduced on postcards for elementary age school children. The Postcard for Kids art contest is sponsored by the Hillsborough Education Borough Pride Project. The artwork embodying, the theme "We Are All in This Together" was reviewed by the Board of Education members, administrators, Assembly Roy Fryman. I had the honor myself to be on the board, Sunnyside Gifts owners Shannon, and Dave Winters, School Superintendent Dr. Lisa Antunes, Board of Ed President Jean Trujillo, and the HEA Pride Committee. Close to 200 students from Aughton Road School, Hillsborough Middle School, and Hillsborough High School submitted entries with one winner selected from each school. The winners were each received a gift card for their artwork and was reproduced on postcards distributed to elementary school staff to be used to acknowledge the good work of students. The grand prize winner artwork will be displayed on the billboard in town. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Akshaye Shishkumar for having her artwork selected as one of the winners, and honor for both her and those who have guided her. And we wish Akshaye all the best in her future endeavors. Congratulations. I'll have a brief thing about that when they're all done, but Jeremy Charbonnet was a seventh grader at the Hillsborough Middle School, is the winner of the Postcard for Kids contest and will have his artwork reproduced on postcards for elementary age school children. The Postcard for Kids art contest is sponsored by the Hillsborough Borough Pride Project. The artwork embodying the theme "We Are All in This Together" and reviewed by the Board of Education members, administrators, Assemblyman Roy Fryman, Mayor Sean Lapani, Sunnyside Gift owners Sharon and Dave Winters, School Superintendent Dr. Lisa Antunes, Board of Ed President Jean Trujillo, and the HEA Pride Committee. Close to 200 students from the Aughton Road School, Hillsborough Middle School, and Hillsborough High School submitted entries with one winner selected from each school. The winners each received a gift card for their artwork will be reproduced on postcards distributed to elementary school staff to be used to acknowledge the good work of students. The grand prize winner of artworks will be displayed on the billboard in town. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Jeremy Chobare for having his artwork selected as one of the winners, and wish an honor for both him and those who have guided him. And we wish Jeremy all the best for his future endeavors. Then we have our high school participant, Jessica Herman, the senior at Hillsborough High School, is the grand prize winner of the Postcard for Kids contest and will have her artwork showcased, seen here on the billboard along Route 206. The Postcard for Kids art contest is sponsored by the Hillsborough Board of Education Borough Pride Project. Artwork embodying this theme, "We're All in This Together," was reviewed by Board of Education members, administrators, Assemblyman Roy Fryman, Mayor Sean Lapani, Sunnyside Gifts, and owners Shannon and Dave Winters, School Superintendent Dr. Lisa Antunes, Board of Ed President Jean Trujillo, and the HEA Pride Committee. Close to 200 students from Aughton Road School, Hillsborough Middle School, and Hillsborough High School submitted entries with one winner selected from each school. The winners each received a gift card for their artwork and reproduced one postcard distributed to elementary school staff to be used to acknowledge their good work of the students. The grand prize winner, Jessica, will have her artwork displayed on the billboard in town. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Jessica Herman for having her artwork selected as the grand prize winner, an honor for both her and for those who have guided her. We wish Jessica all the best in her future endeavors. I have to say, all the cards were great. It was amazing. The younger grades, there was way more participants. By the time we got to the high school, it really shrunk, but they were all quality work. And it was probably one of the hardest things I had to do to judge. And I probably spent an hour because I had to look through all 50, then go again and go again and go again and try. And so it was very difficult. They all deserve praise for their entries, but congratulations to all the winners on a well-deserved job, and look forward to putting it up on the billboard. Congratulations. Now to our ongoing recipients of Eagle Scouts. It just amazes me how many Eagle Scouts we have in this town. So Trey Wright, a Somerville High School senior, future freshman at Rider University, a member of Boy Scout Troop 1776, has earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Trey's Eagle Scout project consisted of replacing old dilapidated sign at the Somerset Valley Playhouse in Hillsborough with a new sign. Trey worked with the local architect, Ken Quebec, coordinated building permits and purchased supplies. The project took over 235 hours to complete with the aid of 37 volunteers. Trey served as a senior patrol leader, Troops Order of the Arrow representative, and a leave no trace instructor. Trey is a captain of the varsity fencing epee squad, editor of the high school newspaper, Somerville High School newspaper, a member of the Pioneer Studios, Somerville High School news broadcast. He also volunteers for Relay for Life United Way, local blood drives, and the St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Church as an usher. Trey serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township through his high level of leadership and community service, and we are very proud that he's a member of our community. That now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Trey Wright for having achieved the rank of Eagle Scout and honor both himself and for those who guided him, and best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations. Okay, a couple more here. Mental Health Awareness Month. Mental health is essential to all our overall health, affecting one's thoughts, feelings, and actions. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on the mental health of people of all ages, thus making it more important than ever to reduce the stigma around mental illness and reduce the barriers to treatment. Isolation, illness, unemployment, grief, food insecurity, and loss of routine has increased the need for mental health services. Millions of adults and children experience mental health conditions, including anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. 1 in 5 U.S. adults experience mental health illness each year, and 1 in 6 youths aged 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder each year. 50% of all lifetime mental illness begins by age 14, and 75% by age 24. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among people aged 10 to 34. Borough Safe is a community collaboration with the aim to provide access to mental health resources, emotional well-being best practices, and suicide prevention resources across the entire Hillsborough community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, hereby proclaim that May 2021 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Hillsborough Township. Be it further proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, also call upon the Hillsborough citizens, parents, governmental agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools of Hillsborough Township to support the efforts that we will reduce stigma, increase community awareness, and increase support for individuals and families coping with mental illness. Through these efforts, together we can provide tools to thrive, and for those in our community who are facing challenges with mental illness. And then lastly, we have National Police Week. In 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, on the calendar week of which May 15th falls as National Police Week. The members of the Hillsborough Township Police Department play an important role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of our community. It is important that all citizens understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of their police department and how they faithfully serve the people by safeguarding life and property, protecting them against violence or disorder, and protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression or intimidation. Men and women of Hillsborough Township Police Department unceasingly provide a vital public service. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby urge our citizens to join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their communities have established for themselves an inevitable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. Be it further proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby proclaim the week of May 9th through 15th, 2021 as National Police Week in Hillsborough Township, and honor those law enforcement officers who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of duty, and let us recognize and pay respect to those survivors of our fallen heroes. Okay, so I'm gonna go down and we're gonna hand out some awards to some people that are here in the audience. So bear with me for 1 second. Mic is hot. Okay. So first up, you want me to go in this order? They're not. I know they're. Jessica. Kumar. Karen, come on up too. I have some good pictures of that for you. Congratulations. Got the cue, you're good to go.
Good evening. Thank you to Mr. Mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee for this award. I'm extremely happy and honored to be receiving recognition for my hard work. Thank you again. Thank you once more again. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Okay, Jeremy. Jeremy here today? No. Okay. What about Jessica? All right, Jessica. Mom and Dad? Show off that tie with the hat.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for this opportunity. It's actually always been a dream of mine to have my artwork displayed on the billboard. So thank you so much for that chance.
Congratulations.
Mayor, I don't know if you wanted to have both recipients. I know there's members of the HCA here to take a picture.
Two winners up here and we'll take a picture. Jessica.
Bring your plaque back up so we can get a picture.
That too, okay. That's even better. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much for everything, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank the town of Hillsborough for providing me with a place to do this great project. I want to thank Somerset Valley Playhouse players for also providing us such a great place to do the project. Would like to thank Troop 1776, probably one of the best scouting establishments that I've seen in my life. So props to them. Just everybody that's watching at home. I've got family in Georgia that's watching. Love you guys, and thank you for everything.
Thank you, Mayor, Township Committee, for your ongoing support of the police department. The men and women of this department serve this community with pride and dedication every day, and it's nice to be honored for that. Thank you.
So we'll take a quick 2 or 3 minute break. Those who go back and do homework. I'm sure you all have things to do, but thank you. Congratulations to everybody. And we're back. Thank you again to all the recipients, and I look forward to seeing that artwork up on the township, because it was really nice stuff. There's no new business at this time, so our next order of business, as usual, is public comment on new business and matters not on the agenda. So if you have something that's not on today's agenda, it is for comment only. No questions, just comment. That's what it is, just comment. And we'll start with anybody in the room first. Please come up, state your name and address for the record, and then your comment.
Maria, excuse me, Maria Janusik, 720 East Freck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey. I'm also a Hillsborough Township property owner, block 86, lot 3, 2155 Camp Lane Road. Mayor and Committeeman Delcourt and Committeeman Thompson, I have written letters to you in regard to the public record that Deborah Blaney had provided. That record is also at the Somerset County Tax Board. I wrote to you, I wrote to the Chief of Police, Michael McMahon. regarding what is a fraudulent record, because she was listing my property as a single-family residence. And then in 2019, she changed it to 3 units. When I asked her to provide documentation as to why she changed it, I got a letter from her saying that she did it to appease me. So I don't know if that's the policy of Hillsborough Township to change property, the use of, to change the records of the use of a property in order to appease someone. And if that's the case, then she should have appeased me in 2012 when I was prosecuted for a zoning violation for a 3-family house, when the records of the township show that my property is a 3-family house. I have not received a response from this governing body. I have not received a response from the chief of police. And that's a pretty bad policy if this is how things are done here.
Thank you.
Sorry, I know, I got an answer, sorry. Ms. Janusik, we have had this conversation so many times. I'm not asking for your response, so you can please sit down. I'm just gonna comment. You call my name out, I'm gonna comment. We've had this conversation many times. You have met with Administrator Ferreira, multiple mayors over the years, and I have told you, if you believe there was something fraudulent, please take it to the prosecutor. We are not going to address this issue any longer. It's been addressed and discussed, and if you think there's some activity that warrants further, by all means, you have every right to do that. But please don't come up here and say you have never had a response on any of these, because it's the same issue we've talked about for the last 5 years.
And I stand with what I say. I have not gotten a response. I received a letter saying I got your letter, but there's no response as to the issue that I presented to you.
Okay, anyone from the World Wide Web? Raise your hand. Seeing none, okay. Move on to public hearings. 2021-06. An ordinance of the Township of Hillsborough amending Chapter 188 of the Hillsborough Township Code entitled Land Use and Development, Article 7, entitled Affordable Housing to address the requirements of the Fair Share Housing Act, and the Uniform Housing Affordability Controls regarding compliance with the township's affordable housing obligation. May I have a motion to open to the public hearing in ordinance 2021-06.
So move, Mayor.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Are there any discussions from the dais? Okay, any comments from the floor on 2021-06, starting with the room? Okay,
Maria Janusik, 720 East Freck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey. It states here that the township entered into a settlement agreement with Fair Share Housing Center. Who is the Fair Share Housing Center?
Fair Share Housing Center, Ms. Janusik, I'm sure you've been on enough planning board meetings to know who they are, but they are the adjunct, quote unquote, seat at the table that oversees all negotiations for affordable housing settlements. And if our attorneys, Ms. Beam or Mr. Bernstein would like to add to that, I'll leave it to them. Nope, seeing,
Just fine.
thank you.
So is that a public agency? Is that a government agency?
It is not a government agency.
So where did they get their authority?
From
The New Jersey Supreme Court.
Yes. And I think we've answered that question before in the past, but if you don't
Okay,
remember, the New Jersey
so-
Supreme Court basically gave them permission to see at every negotiation for every municipality in the state of New Jersey to oversee and be part of the negotiations of the settlement as an independent party.
And so what is the purpose of this settlement agreement?
The settlement agreement essentially is to update to current standards what the regulatory oversight is for fair share housing and all the buildings that are being built as mandated by the state.
You're saying mandated by the state.
Mhm.
Initially, wasn't that the Council on Affordable Housing that mandated it? and the Council on Affordable Housing is no longer in existence. So who is mandating this affordable housing now?
The
Supreme
Supreme Court of
state.
New Jersey,
Excuse me?
the Supreme Court of New Jersey,
The court is
the
mandating.
Supreme Court of New Jersey,
Which I know we've spoken about this on numerous occasions, Ms. Janusik. To be fair, we have spoken about this.
So if, to make it in a nice little nutshell for
Excuse
you.
me, I'm
So you
sorry.
have,
Right.
the affordable housing trio of the municipality, the judge, the interveners who wish to build your affordable housing houses, and the Fair Share Housing Association, which all meet to decide what gets built where and how many affordable housings need to be built. And that is the essence of who Fair Share Housing is. They are the independent voice, so to speak. And they are someone that we have to deal with, and as does every municipality in the state of New Jersey. And given power by this, as Mr. Thompson said, the Supreme Court of New Jersey.
Okay, they're not a government agency, so who funds them?
It's if I could, Mr. Mayor.
Sure, that's Jennifer Beam.
So Fair Share Housing Center is a nonprofit advocacy group that has private funding and has been involved in the affordable housing process for many, many years when it was handled through the DCA and the Council on Affordable Housing. Now that the jurisdiction has been vested with the courts, the court has given them the right to sit at the table with every town and negotiate a settlement on how the towns plan to address their affordable housing obligation. But I do just want to state for the record, this is a public hearing on the ordinance. It's not a public hearing on the affordable housing status of the township. It's the specific ordinance 2021-06, which is before us this evening.
Okay, but this ordinance has all different paragraphs with information on it. And so that's all part of the ordinance. And that's what I'm.
And I would just reiterate, you know, when you came to the planning board, I answered all these questions specifically for you at that time as well.
Okay, but this is a public hearing here now before the governing body.
Yeah,
On
but
this
questions have been asked and answered, so you're just asking the same
These are
question
questions
again,
before
but
the
what is,
governing
what is,
body.
And they're
What
not
is
gonna,
your-
the answers aren't gonna change.
they're not gonna change, Ms. Janusik. So I don't know what your
I would-
need is to hear the same answer twice,
I would
but
like it here on the record.
it's on the record
that
at the planning board
governing body
too.
Is now holding a public hearing, and I would like to have this.
Okay,
on the
so what
record.
is
And
your, what is
actually,
your,
For me,
what is
you
your
know, for you,
questions
this is
particular to the
old
ordinance
school.
and what, and is written in the ordinance?
there was a section here regarding the funds used for affordable housing. How is that allocated?
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
You have a particular clause or a sentence or whatever that you're looking at, Ms. Janusik?
Is this the exact same information that was provided when this was before the planning board?
Yes. Same.
Answers to.
If you want to sit down and maybe look at it, we'll see if there's somebody else that might have a question. And if you find it, you're welcome to come back.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? I see a hand, Ms. Gulliford. Do you want to promote her, please, Fred?
And please state your name and address for the record, Susan, please.
Susan Gulliford, Gulliford, Hunt Club Road.
Good evening, Susan.
Good evening. I didn't want you to miss me.
I never do.
When I originally went to review this ordinance this afternoon, it was not online, so I hope I had to kind of review it quickly. Does this ordinance have anything to do with actual required affordable housing numbers or requirements? The reason I'm wondering is because I wondered if our denial of the Campus Drive project would affect the ordinance, or is this more general than specific projects?
It's more general than specific and doesn't affect our numbers vis-a-vis the settlement agreement. This is a requirement we're going to have to do with or without a resolution of Campus Associates.
Okay, thank you. Now, under F, rehabilitation marketing plan, I'm sorry, there's no page numbers. I saw the definition of rehabilitation. The rehabilitation, would this involve, for example, returning houses that may be abandoned, livable conditions and selling them, or what kind of rehab is involved here?
So an individual would have to qualify as a low to moderate income household to be eligible for a rehab process under this ordinance. This ordinance only regulates affordable housing. The rehab requirements, are bringing buildings up to code, fixing windows, doors, roofs, making habitable, but it would be for low to moderate income households only. It's not for market rate housing.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I missed one. I had the proverbial barking dog.
No
behind me.
worries.
So would this be for houses that are already occupied, or for example, a vacant house? I'm sorry, part of one of your
So,
sentences.
an individual that qualifies as a low to moderate income household would apply for the rehab program. So if they have to have it's not the town taking upon itself to rehab units. It's individuals come, they fill out an application, they get qualified. If they have some kind of financial agreement with a home that's abandoned or what have you, and they've applied to get rehab dollars to bring the building back up to code, and then they would occupy it. It would have to be for a low to moderate income household. But so technically it could potentially be for that if that type of household were to apply, but it is generally most, occupied housing, whether they're rentals currently. So a rental owner would do it or a homeowner.
What kind of credit would Hillsborough get for helping or loaning or whatever be involved for rehabilitation?
So there's separate requirements for rehab, so it would not impact our new construction obligation at all.
Okay. Oh, by the way, directly under F, rehabilitation marketing plan, be it further ordained. Ordained is misspelled.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it myself as we're talking.
I see where it is.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'll check. Okay. Thank you, Susan.
I had one other minor thing, but that's it. Thank you.
All right, Susan, thank you. Anyone else on the World Wide Web? Raise your hand. Okay, seeing none. Ms. Janusik, did you find what you were looking for? Just again, state your name one more time. Excuse me.
Maria Janusik. Excuse me. Section 188-139.7 Affordable Housing Trust Fund.
Get to it.
So under B, number 3, rental income from municipally operated units. What kind of units are operated by Hillsborough? Where are they located?
I don't think we have any, but I
We
think,
don't.
yeah, we don't have money. That's just,
These are the criteria, Mr. Mayor, members of the committee, that the state allows us to set forth for purposes of what can be placed in the trust fund. You do not have to have all of them, and you do not have to provide them. It's just where the money potentially goes into the fund.
so we do not currently have any of these, nor
No.
plan to in any particular
We
time.
do not have any rental income from municipally operated units.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So at that point, we have a motion to close public and adopt 2021-06.
So moved.
Thank you. We have a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacroix.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night. All right. Next, we have introduction of new ordinances. 2021-08, ordinance amending chapter 166 fire prevention of the code of the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on June 8th of 2021. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacroix.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes, thank you. 2021-09, ordinance amending the salary ordinance of the Township of Hillsborough to include the position of a part-time property maintenance code enforcement officer and part-time building maintenance and setting forth the salaries. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on June 8th, 2021. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second,
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson,
yes.
Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Committeeman Wright,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacour,
Yes.
Mayor LaPantee.
Yes. Okay, so now it takes us to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
comments from the dais? Okay, comments from the floor? Okay, we have a comment.
Mayor. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'll wait till Ms. Janice.
Yeah, Ms. Jansen, go ahead.
Maria Janusik. Consent number 3. These amounts that are transferred, how come some of them are so small and some of them are larger amounts? Like, for instance, Campus Associates, 1,157.42.
All
What is-
depends on the size of the project and the escrow required, and then if it's not required, it's returned.
And the work
Larger
that was done.
projects have larger
Yeah.
escrows.
The work that was done.
Work that was done, not performed.
Yeah.
So Campus Associates, that application was denied. So what is this amount that's here? Do they get any kind of refund on any of their fees or anything?
Well,
They still get billed for all fees, even though their application was denied. They still get billed for all professional and review fees. And if there's any money left over in the account that they posted, they're entitled to that money back.
So this 1,157 is just part of the general, whatever money is, how do you determine what the amount is from that specific applicant?
Those are fees billed against the application, whether those being engineering review fees, whether those be the planning board attorney's review fees, any kind of fees related to that application.
Okay. Let's see. Consent number 12. A resolution authorizing the award of a lease of township-owned farmland property. How big is this property that Beekman Homestead Farms? I guess he's the winning bidder.
don't know if it's listed in there, but essentially we have farmland that has been designated as farm use only, that we lease out for periods of 5 years, and we take whatever the high bidder is. Does it say in the?
It says right at the top.
Right at the top?
It was subject to a sealed bid.
Okay. Does it say how many acres are in that, Frank?
I don't see it.
No.
But I'm sure if you send an email to our administrator, we'll be happy to get that answer for you.
Okay, so this was the only piece of property that was out for bid for the.
At this
farm?
time, yes.
And that's $2,201.01 for the whole year.
Yes. I
That's
believe
correct.
so. Yes.
Okay. Consent number 13, resolution authorizing Pennoni Associates to provide professional services associated with the review, update, and certification of the tax maps and GIS parcel maps. What is GIS parcel?
GIS is graphic informational systems, I believe. So essentially, this is what I think you've asked for in the past, is updating our zoning maps to bring them current. And the lot lines and plot lines that we need to do. So this is essentially that exercise.
So are there only specific maps that are updated, or
The
what's
maps that are
updated
listed,
here?
the tax maps, the parcel maps, and the zoning maps,
But for specific properties or for?
the township.
The township? Wow. So it's showing here, the amounts not to exceed 3,500 for review. And then update and certification, 8,600,
Mhm.
and then 12,100. That's it for the entire town?
That's the bid.
Oh.
Or quote.
Okay. And consent number 18,
Mhm.
resolution authorizing increase in the not to exceed amount of contract with CME Associates for affordable housing administrative agent services for 2021. what exactly are the affordable housing administrative agent services that are provided?
Essentially, they're the firm, and Counselor Connecticut is that oversees our lottery and for fair share housing and administrative services to when someone applies for fair share housing.
What do you mean by lottery?
Well, there's obviously many more people requesting fair share housing than is available right now. So the people put in their name and request if they qualify. And then it is a blind lottery that pulls those names and administers that program as a third party.
Yeah, Mayor, that's correct. Through all the affordable housing, Ms. Janusik. So anybody who has any questions on affordable housing will go to that agent with any type of questions at all. They work for the township. As the mayor indicated, there's only so many affordable housing units. So those folks would go into a pool and an independent lottery would take place and those people would be selected for those specific type of homes.
And what other, so the administrative agent chooses who, by lottery, chooses who's going to get the affordable housing. And what else do they do besides choosing who gets?
No, they go through the whole application process. So the application process, they have to, it's almost like getting a house. So they go through the application process, they make sure that they qualify, backgrounds, finance, and then they might have simple questions as what is the size of the unit? Where's the place located? What are the amenities? So all the things that you would normally do as a person looking for a place to live. So it's independent from the township. And as you mentioned on the lottery, it just simply goes in there like the lottery, the names come out, as long as they're qualified, they get sent over to the builder and the builder then makes sure that they are set up on that move-in date.
Okay, and so originally the contract was for $20,000 and now it has to be increased by $22,000. So more than what was originally. Why is it such a big increase?
A lot more housing being built,
Correct.
They have more to administer.
more to administer. As all these projects are built, that's more projects to administer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I think, Mr. Farrar, you had a comment that you wanted to make.
Yes, thank you. On consideration number 9 on Mr. Peter Bayonne, just wanted to welcome him on as the new electrical inspector with over 30 years of experience, both in commercial and residential. So it's always great bringing on people who have experience on the other side of the house, especially as part of customer service and understanding. So people are always thinking, but hey, it's these big bad inspectors coming out. Well, a majority of the people in the building department were on the other side of the house, and they understand the time commitments that are needed through inspections, as well as why it's important for an inspection. So bringing someone on that has that experience as a business person, I think helps build the building department and what we stand for here in Hillsboro. So I just want to welcome on board, and a lot of experience coming on for our electrical inspection.
Thank you. Any other comments from Days? Okay. May we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Second. And we'll just take a roll call.
Committeewoman Erickson,
Yes.
Committeewoman Thompson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor, Committeewoman Wright,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacour,
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. All right, so next is our claims list. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2021-09.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Any comments from Days?
Nope.
Okay, any comments from the floor? Anyone in? Okay, come on up.
Maria Janusik. Why are there usually, not usually, but today there are manual checks? Why are there manual checks? Why aren't these done ahead of time as part of the list?
Sometimes, I think we've answered this question in the past, that there's a need to write a check out manually for items that are not, how do I put, best way to put it? Last minute invoices that we have to go and pay at the time of issue. They're all above board. They're presented, invoices are received. It's just instead of cutting a check, via electronically.
Okay, but why would some of these, like the lien redemption, why would that be last minute?
I'm sure she can ask the CFO and the CFO would be able to provide that information.
I don't know what the situation was at the time, but you know, someone's entitled to their money and we write a check out.
Okay, let's see, it's the third page. Inspection fees, tax appeal costs.
Mhm.
So that's showing 4,221.96.
Mhm.
DeFrancesco Bateman.
Yes.
And then on the next page, it's showing again DeFrancesco Bateman, general legal services, 7,352. So the tax appeals are covered. So what other what would be under general legal services?
That would be the services I provide to the township.
Like being here, writing, you know, doing anything other than that other line item of that you just mentioned. So, you know, they do legal fees, they look at contracts, they look at write ordinances, they, you know.
Long letters from
long
constituents.
lines, you know, anything that they have to look at, they bill for. So that's a general fee.
Okay, so is there anything that breaks down this general? Is there a record that breaks down what is under the general fees?
I don't know if how they submit their bills.
My invoices are all itemized.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, itemized. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone from the World Wide Web? Seeing none. Okay, may I have,
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
thank you, Mr. Thompson. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. And roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson. Yes. Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Committeeman Wright,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacour,
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. So that concludes our regular meeting. We do have executive session this evening. Ms. Brake, please read the executive session resolution.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Committee is of the opinion that such circumstances exist, now therefore be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey as follows. The public shall be excluded from the discussion of the hereinafter specified subject matters. General nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows. Sale of real property, lot 1.05 and block 185. Township Committee may take official action on those items discussed in the executive session upon completion of the executive session. The minutes of the discussion shall be made available to the public as soon as the matters under discussion are no longer of a confidential or sensitive nature. This resolution shall take effect immediately.
May I have a motion to enter executive session?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Councilman Diaz. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson,
Yes.
Committeeman Wright,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delacour,
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. So a meeting is hereby, official meeting at 8:44. We can now enter executive session. Thank you all. Have a good night.